Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show.
All right, here's a session with Eve again in our obstacles area, trail obstacles. We're getting more and more confident, mutual confidence that this is going to work for us. Today I'm going to get on with my manufactured step-up or mounting block. I'm going to walk over to my square, which is made up of vinyl fence posts hooked together with hardware. So they're 5-inch square posts. So they're up off the ground. She's going to have to know where her feet are, step into the square. I'm hoping she won't be spooked by being in the square, that she'll stop for me. I'm going to try not to use reins. I'm going to try to use body weight, balance, stay centered, and ask her to do a quarter turn in either direction. And then if all goes well, I'm going to ask her to step up onto the wooden bridge, which she's been on many times, and walk off. And then I'll decide if I want to make the session any longer or not. I do this on the basis of every minute helps you decide what you're going to do the next minute. Okay, so up I go. It's all right. Eva's been really good about allowing me to lean on her. Remember, I have still a left leg problem that is going to be dealt with surgically, I hope, in a couple weeks. And then I very gently sit on my saddle, get my right sits bone on the right side of the saddle. Now, Angela's still holding on to the lead line, but we're getting confident enough, we're thinking we're going to let me just guide her. My left leg does not lift very well, so Angela's going to turn the stirrup for me. Okay, and then my right leg goes over my horn. And remember, we are going to, it's all right, Evie, we are going to have my farrier bend this bottom horn another quarter inch. Otherwise, we don't quite get the pressure of our thigh against the bottom horn that we want to keep our body from falling off to the left. And here is my right leg. This is how I'm training Eve to move away from pressure on the right side, because this is an aside saddle, not an astride saddle. Now I'm going to ask Angela to loosen the lead line, but join up. I'm going to rely on neck reining, but if necessary, I can direct rein. Step up. Trying to keep my weight in the center. I'm direct reining now. Whoa, very nice. I didn't know if she'd walk right through or not. I'm going to ask for a G turn over her haunches. Trying to put my weight.
Easy.
Nah, she misunderstood. She thought I was asking for a backup. See, and that's what this training is going to help us do. So she'll understand what weight distribution and pressure in various places on our body means when you're in a side saddle. Step up. Whoa. No. Okay. Here's what happened. She thought she was supposed to step up on the bridge, and I didn't want to pull on her mouth, so instead I'm going to come back here. Whoa. Good. I'm going to try it again. But you know, if she does the same thing, then it's a misunderstanding, and it's because I'm not being really nifty and really clear with my cues. I'm going to go back in, but this time I'm going to turn to the haw direction, see if I can get her to swing over her haunches ever so slightly. That way she won't be inclined to want to step up on the bridge. Putting my right sits bone weight back on the back of the saddle. Want another step? Whoa, good. Better. Okay. I feel that that's a good answer. Now I have to direct rein her. I am going to walk out to the uneven parallel bars, and we'll work on refining the square cues in due time. Good girl. Good girl. I'm going to go through this right turn here and along the fence. I'm going to go to the left of the log. Oh, this is feeling real comfortable, but you know, any moment she could spook at something here. A predator coming out from the creek bank. Boy, when we're in tune, I feel really solid. Now I'm going to go neck reiner to the right and a little bit of leg pressure. Whoa. We have some low branches here. We haven't ridden here in so long. Scott, you see these. They have to be cut down, because I can't rely on myself to look up and down and deal with all of this right now with the low branches. That's something on the trail you always have to worry about, but there's no way I'd go out on the trail now. I'm just trying to simulate a trail here. Now what I'm going to try to do with my next challenge is step up on the bridge and step down into the box and have her stop. Then I'll try to haw or go left out of the box and then put myself back at our mounting block so I can dismount. Up on the bridge. Whoa. Whoa. Ooh. When I rode, easy, easy. Look to the left, a little bit of hip, good. I used my arm extension, a little bit of direct rein. Whoa. Now, parallel park. I'm gonna use some direct rein, look over her head, back, back, whoa. A little bit of arm extension. Beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Release my leg. Angela's putting the lead line on just because we're still in training. Both Eve and I push off the saddle, and look how good she's being. I'm really happy. We're going to work on next going into the box, stopping and doing a G turn without stepping up on the bridge. That's what she didn't understand. And I didn't want to try to deal with that in today's session, but maybe Angela would. Would you like to try?
I'll try it.
She'll try. Okay, so we'll turn off the camera, she'll get up in the saddle, and we'll see if Angela can explain it to Eve, because Eve will do anything that you ask her if she just understands. All right, now Angela's on Eve. There was no problem at all getting Eve to stand still. As you can see, she's half asleep. And I've explained to Angela how to imperceptibly tell Eve that she wants Eve to go over her haunches to the right a couple steps, but not step up on the bridge. And to help make that clear, Scott's going to go along with an arm extension, just a piece of electrical conduit that has a handle on it, and stand in front of Eve and try to use visual blocks to help reinforce what Angela's asking with her body weight, with her arm extension, with the way she's looking, because Eve will definitely feel that Angela's looking to the G direction, and that's where she'll try to go. Okay, it's your call, Angela. Just say it nice and loud so we can all hear.
Evie, step up.
Remember to keep that sits bone on the back, the right. And when you get into the box, anticipate that she might want to go all the way
Steady.
through.
Up.
Good, good. Just
Good
stand there
girl.
for a minute. She's thinking
Good
about
girl.
going all the way through, and you don't want that. Okay. The wrong direction, but that's okay. She didn't understand. Okay, come back out, watching the branches.
Sorry.
Remember, we got to cut these branches. Come back in from any direction that you're comfortable.
Okay, we'll go around.
Okay,
Yeah,
she's going to
right.
come around here. And my bull is
Rusty's over
behind
there.
us, as you can hear,
My
but
goodness.
Eve knows him, and She doesn't consider him a predator at this moment. She's just saying, oh, somebody's
Steady.
roaring back there.
Up.
Good.
Good
Now-
girl.
Uh-oh, did you mean
I
for,
didn't.
no, you didn't. Okay, see if you can get her to
Ooh.
go right. Now she's thinking
Ooh.
about going back.
Whoop. Easy.
It is challenging, isn't it?
Step up.
Yeah, see if you can get back in. If
We'll
you
go
can
back
go
around.
right back in, she'll
Yeah.
understand that she gave you the right answer. Because going back in will be not a release of pressure, but a request
go
to do it
right.
again. And she'll understand that, I guess I didn't do it right.
Then hop. Steady. Up. Good girl, Evie.
Now, Scott, you step out in front very quietly.
Ooh.
Try to keep
Good girl.
the visual block. If she starts going left, put the visual block in front of her eyeball. And Angela, see if you can get her to turn.
Oop, she went out.
She just went out, but you
Yep.
did get it to turn in the right direction. You see, it's a misunderstanding. We'll give it one more try.
Okay.
We'll know that we're going to have to work on it, probably off camera. And then one of these days soon, we hope, we'll be able to show you on camera how we have explained to Eve what the right answer is. When she's in the box,
Good girl.
going towards the south, which is a G-turn.
Steady. Up. Ooh. Back. 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 Back.
Lean back a little bit with your torso. Okay, whoa.
Whoop.
No, okay, one must, she's only
Step up.
got her left
Whoop.
rear. Okay, all right,
Good
thank, now don't do
girl.
anything yet. Just, yeah, tell her she's a good girl.
Very good, Evie.
Now, here's what you gotta do, Angela. When you look to the right
Yep.
and ask her with a little bit of leg pressure on your left, anticipate, because she's done it already 2-3 times, that she's gonna keep moving.
Yep.
So in my opinion, although there are different thoughts on this, it's better to avoid the wrong answer than to then correct it once it's given. So if you can ask for a hoe, even before you would normally ask for a hoe, by just tugging a little bit on the reins, sitting on your pockets, keep her from going forward before she even has a chance to step forward.
Okay.
Okay, so think about it.
Oh. Nope.
Okay, come back closer to the box now. Watch the branches. Put her back in the box so she knows that she gave you the wrong answer. Otherwise, you wouldn't have her back in the box. Next time, try to go, well, it won't be a next time today, but try to put her in the box closer to where she
Steady.
gave you the wrong answer.
Oh.
She doesn't relate you walking all the way around to wrong answer.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you, are you comfortable to try it again?
Yeah.
Okay, now if she does step you out, just come around the bridge and go back in,
Okay.
all right? Okay, come around, watch the branches. Good, good.
Good girl.
All right, we obviously
Steady.
will be
Up.
working on that. Good,
Ooh.
good, that's good to stop in front. Now ask
up.
her.
Steady. Oh.
Okay,
Good girl.
pet her, let her know that that's the right answer, and we know what we need to work on before the next session. A postscript, we released the lead line, and Angela feels like she wants to practice her parallel parking with Eve.
Steady. Oh. Good girl.
Yeah, we know
Excellent.
that Eve is going to understand where is the right place to stop us. I would step back a little bit.
Yeah. Back. Whoop.
Good, good, good.
Step up. Whoop.
Parallel parking.
Back.
How many of us have tried to put a car into a small space in a parallel
Good girl.
parking
that is-
situation? There we
that's a
go.
good spot.
There we go.
Good girl. Ooh.
That was her microphone, but we're done for today anyway. Our next session inside saddle with Firecrest Easter, even our obstacles area. We're going to go back to the box. So I'm going to make my path to the box and ask her to haw into the box on the diagonal. And then I'm going to ask her to just stand there for a few seconds. And if she's focusing on my request, I'm going to see how I'm going to ask her to do a G quarter turn. That's a quarter turn to the right without forward motion. Last time, both me riding Eve and Angela riding Eve, we had a problem because when we asked for a G quarter turn, she just kept going forward over the bridge and out of the box. Somehow the hawk quarter turn, she understood and she was responsive, gave us the right answer. Now, if that goes well, I'm going to work my way out to the driveway. It's a sanded driveway. And I'm going to come here to the big steps. Now, the big steps have two different levels, and you can take them from east to west and from south to north. But look here at this north end, how far it is away from the ground. Now, Eve has never had trouble going over the big steps, never been afraid of them when we've done it in a stride saddles, never been afraid of them when we've done it from the ground. And I'm sure she won't be afraid of them this time. What I'm afraid of is that when she goes forward to step down that large step down, that I won't understand what to do with my body to keep from being catapulted or falling over her head. And see, we're learning side saddle here. We're doing this one tiny baby step at a time. It's very different from a stride saddle. But I think we're going to be able to do all these things in tiny baby steps. So I'm not going to neck rein today. I'm going to try to loosely, softly direct rein. I've got my dressage arm extension here to let her know what I want done on the right side, and on the left side I've got my traditional left foot in the stirrup, and so I can apply pressure either at the cinch, forward or backward. Step up, Eve. Boy, do I have to get in right position not to feel like I'm being thrown to the left. I'm looking to the far corner there. Whoa. Now I'm going to let her stand. I find myself when I feel losing balance that I'm using the reins to gain balance, and I can't do that. That's very bad. So I've got to learn to use compensation with my body balance to regain my balance, or legs wrapped around these horns or under the horn. I'm not sure yet. We're learning, you're learning by watching us, and if any of you who are watching us have some answers to these issues, let me know. Now look at Eve's body language. There was a mama, papa, and fawn a couple pastures down. My cows just walked down the east corridor, so they're grazing over here. And Eve sees them, but maybe she's not sure what they are. Remember, she's a prey animal. So I'm looking at her body language. She definitely is aware of something off that way, which is to the north. Now I'm going to ask her, I'm sitting on my pockets. I'm going to look to my right. I'm going to lightly direct rein and neck rein. I'm going to try to keep her from going forward, and Angela's on the ground here. She might be able to help. G. Whoa. There you go. That's the first time we successfully got her to do a G turn over her haunches without her stepping out of the box or onto the bridge. So what I'm going to do now, we have gotten her to do a ha turn. Let's try again. Ha. Ho. Remember, these are 5-inch square posts that make up the box, so if she touches them, she could get scared by them. She did okay. So now I'm going to make my way to the big steps. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go through the barrels here. Gives me a chance to sit on my pocket, feel centered on my side saddle. I'll be behind the camera for a few minutes. I did have to put some left leg pressure into the stirrup to regain my balance, but that's okay. Stirrup pressure is good. Rein pulling is not good. Okay, I did pull back, but I let loose as soon as I got her to slow down a little bit. Whoa, I'm gonna ask her to whoa, because I wanna tell you while it just happened, so how it felt. It wasn't even a big step down, but I felt like I was being thrown forward. And then as a reaction, I pulled back to get her to slow down, if not stop. And then as soon as I realized I was pulling back with quite a bit of pressure on her reins, I let loose. But by then she got the message. So I'm gonna go the other direction, and then I'm gonna reevaluate, do I wanna do the top step in either off the sides or off the end? Because boy, is that high, and will I be just thrown forward even more? I'm not sure. So I'm just going to take it one small step at a time. But first thing I'm going to do, it's always good to get a horse to back. I'm looking over her ears. A slight tug. Okay, step up. A little bit of left leg in the stirrup. Oh, good, sit on my pockets. Push back that time, very nice. I felt really comfortable that time. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'm gonna take one more challenge here, which we've done in the past. Whoa, she's speeding up, so I'm gonna whoa her. She might be seeing the cow, she might be seeing the deer. I'm gonna try to walk out and come back through the L and stop and back her out, at least one of the branches. The more I walk in the saddle, especially over uneven ground where I have to deal with stumps and so forth, the more I learn instantaneously how to adjust my balance to stay in the center of the saddle, pushing on my left leg. And I'm gonna do a haw. Whoa, whoa. I'm gonna ask her to back to the corner. Back, look over, little tug. Touching with my arm extension, good, woo, very nice. How close am I to that?
You have about a foot.
A foot, yeah. I'm gonna ask her to turn around, that's it. I wasn't sure I had it. Now, just then I got thrown to the left. I'll be out of camera's view again for a few seconds. I'm walking around my cavalettis. She's walking fast. Whoa. Asking her to hoe. Okay, now I'm gonna try to do a G-turn and step over the cavalettis. This is review. She was real good. She knew where her feet were last time we did that. So do you wanna kind of move out of the way, but be close if I'm having trouble. G-turn. Pressing on the stirrup to push back and not be thrown forward. Oh, I love it. I love it. At what point would I feel comfortable to actually jump over the cavaletti if it were on the second rung? I don't know yet. We might do some cavaletti jumping in the arena where there's a sanded ground, because we are going to go there to do some Western dressage anyway. So maybe that's where we'll show you how it works. Step up. Now I gotta step up. Whoa. Good. Oh, good parallel parking. Maybe that's where we'll show you how it works to keep your center of balance in the saddle when the horse is jumping in your side saddle. I'm not even a real good jumper in a stride saddle, but a small low cavaletti I can do it in a stride saddle. Eve can certainly do it. We actually lunge them every morning over low jumps.
Girl.
So I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling like this side saddle, whether or not I get better after my surgery, which is scheduled in a couple weeks. I have a total hip replacement schedule. I'm going to want to keep riding this side saddle because it's quite a challenge and it's quite interesting. And I hope you're finding it enjoyable to watch our programs. Well, a postscript. Angela expressed the desire to try to do the small step of the big steps. I warned her though that Evie tends to speed up as she's getting off the small step of the big step. So she's going to want to push back. Angela is with her left leg using that one stirrup that we're so dependent upon on the left side. Okay, so Angela's going to take a different route to the step, and then if all is going well, she's going to go through the L and come back and do the lower level of the big step again in the other direction. Okay, Angela.
Evie.
And we've got Scott going along just as a join up in case Angela feels like she's losing her balance. Try not to use the reins. Try to use other ways to keep yourself centered in that saddle. And believe me,
I'll go through this.
when you're up there and you are centered, you
Good
feel like
girl,
you're almost glued into the saddle. So it's an important feeling, an important term.
Very good.
Good girl. Now, watch yourself. You're going to go through the L. Good. And now you're going to make a, oh, you want to back?
I was just going to hoe.
Oh, okay. All right.
I could try backing.
You can try backing,
Back.
3 steps. Look over her ears. Uh-oh,
Nope.
misunderstanding. Go back through
Okay.
and try
I'll go over
again.
the big step.
Backing is a great way to get focused, but it's not. Oh, she's doing the big
Very
steps.
good.
Very nice. Watch the low branches. We haven't cut them yet. Go
Okay.
back in. We never want to stop with the wrong answer. Go back in and think about when you're backing, trying to keep her straight, looking over her head, not at her head, not at her ears.
Steady. Oh. Good girl, Evie.
Sit on your pockets when you're
Back.
backing.
Back.
Tug, tug.
Back.
Go 1, 2,
Back.
3.
Oh.
Very nice.
Ooh. Step up.
Good, yes. You had to reinforce that hoe. And she's licking her lips. Now
Good
on your way
girl.
back, let's see you step
Hold on,
over the
hold on.
cavalettis, which is a piece of cake for Eve because they're on their lowest rung.
Very
She looks,
good.
she knows where her feet are. Very nice. See if you can parallel park.
Steady. Oh.
Yeah.
Very nice. Oh,
Eve is
perfect,
beginning to
Evie.
realize what the right position is when we bring her up to that barrel. And let's have Angela dismount.
Perfect. Evie.
And we have finished our obstacles training session, side saddle with Firecrest Easter Eve today.
Sonia and Angela agree that with a light bumping on the reins just before going off the top big step, Eve will not speed up her pace, as at first she did on the low step. See more at www.urbancowgirlchannel.com